distribute the degrees, diplomas in various subjects of the college upon the candidates who in the examination recently failed for the purpose have been certified to be worthy in the seat. I invite the principal of the college to deliver the welcome address.
Distinguished Chief Guest Dr. Anil Joseph Pinto, Registrar, Christ University, Bangalore. Good morning, sir. Respected Secretary, Sri A.P. Silvarajan, Dr. S. Valadnari, Director, Sri Palliswari Institute of Management and Technology, Vice Principals, Controller of Examinations, Heads of the Departments, members of teaching faculty, and young graduates. I warmly welcome you all to the 16th graduation day of our college. Due to pandemic situation, this year we are conducting 16th graduation day and virtual mode. We are really honored to have distinguished academician and administrator Dr. Anil Joseph Pinto, Registrar, Christ University, Bangalore, as the chief guest of 16th convocation of our college. It is my great pleasure to welcome the guest of honor, Dr. Anil Joseph Pinto. He is a scholar and has many academic qualifications to his credit. He completed his BA and MA English in Bangalore University, Bangalore, and MPhil in Bharatdasan University, Trichy, and he received his doctoral degree in English from Gandhigram Rural Institute, Dindigul. He worked as an associate professor of English studies, and at present he is holding the prestigious position of Registrar in Christ University, Bangalore. He begins his career in literature and later moved to language teaching to help students acquire language proficiency. He is an expert in culture studies, translation studies, Konkani literature, history of higher education, and digital education. It is a matter of pride to state that our guest of honor has received United Board Fellowship Award from the United Board Christian Higher Education in Asia and Library Fellow Award from Center of the Study of Culture and Society. He has a lifetime membership in Forum for Contemporary Thought. His contribution towards research is impressive. He is an accomplished writer with several published works to his credit. He has presented numerous research papers in both national and international seminars and conferences. His papers are widely published in peer-reviewed international journals such as Sales in Journal of Humanities and Social Sciences and the International Journal of Foreign Language Teaching. It is evident from his research project that he has a strong passion towards translation studies. He has carried out a research project on translation under the title Translation as a Form of Shared Cultural Transaction, a study of the English translation of some of the works of K. Sivarama Karanta and Govind Pai with a scholarship from UGC. Added to his credit, he carried out a UGC minor research project on a Konkani playwright and poet Charles Francis D. Costa. This research work happens to be the first formal research in Konkani literature in Kannada. Further, he is at present doing a project on a study on the Konkani Bible translation from the 17th century to the present. His research works have been agents of social change and ignited the young minds to pursue the research. He is a recognized research grade in Christ University, Bangalore, and at present, research scholars are doing their PhD research under his able guidance. Indeed, we are privileged to have such an inspiring personality as our guest of honor. Sir, we thank you for accepting our invitation. Thank you very much, sir. I am also very happy in welcoming our Secretary, Sri A.P. Selvarajan. He is one who always strives to provide quality higher education to the students, especially to those coming from economically backward strata of the society. Under his leadership, our college has made tremendous progress in terms of infrastructure, number of courses offered, and sports facilities. Recent addition to infra facilities in our campus is opening up of modern hybrid library for students' use. Our secretary always says that library is nucleus of any college. This library was constructed at a cost of ₹6 crores. Our secretary is not only known as managing director of Sri Kalisari Group of Companies, but also known for his philanthropic activities. Recently, he has donated ₹36 lakhs to Government Hospital, Sivagasi, for buying life-saving instruments meant for treating COVID-19 patients. He is also a big sports lover and regularly sponsors various sports tournaments that are taking place at the district and the state levels. I welcome you, sir, once again. Our college is autonomous institution affiliated to Madurai Kamaraj University, Madurai. At present, our college offers 16 undergraduate programs, 9 postgraduate programs, and 5 MPhil programs. In addition to the regular curriculum, we also offer 50 job-oriented certificate courses for undergraduate students. Additionally, 6 certificate courses are offered for PG students to qualify their NET and SET examinations. At present, our students' strength is 3,039, and out of it, 1,596 students are first generation learners. To enhance the quality of teaching, apart from regular teaching, we do adopt innovative teaching methods such as video conferencing, peer teaching, Google Classroom, etc. in our college. Also, the college encourages the students to join online certificate courses offered by reputed national and international institutions, which will help them to get gainful employment opportunities. Our college is academic center for spoken tutorial IIT Mumbai. During the academic year 2019-20, 250 students completed the course under spoken tutorial. Likewise, with our professional membership with ICT Academy, our college has collaborated with the Dell EML Bangalore for international certificate courses. 150 students from our college have successfully completed the course. Moreover, our college being the local chapter of NPTEL, our students are given the opportunities of studying various certificate courses offered under SWAYAM and NPTEL. Our college always strives for making our students financially self-reliant after leaving the college. In this regard, the placement cell of our college is always active and conducts placement drives both on campus and off campus throughout the year. Totally, 600 students with 1,160 multiple orders are placed in leading companies, and 17 students are recruited by Tamil Nadu Mercantile Bank during the academic year 2019-20. The placement is coaching classes regularly for various competitive exams. Once again, I congratulate and welcome the young graduates. I thank in this occasion the parents of the first graduates for their continuous support to the college. Today, 810 undergraduates and 108 postgraduates are receiving their degrees, who include 48 candidates from BA Tamil, 65 candidates from BA English, 123 candidates from BCom Regular, 74 candidates from BCom CA, 54 candidates from BBA, 55 candidates from BSc Computer Science, 70 candidates from BCA, 36 students from BSc IT, 114 students from BSc Maths, 42 students from BSc Physics, 47 students from BSc Chemistry, 25 students from BSc Biotech, 34 students from BSc Botany, 13 students from BSc Hotel Management, 6 students from MA Tamil, 18 students from MA English, 14 students from MCOM CA, 14 students from MCOM Finance, 7 students from MSc Computer Science, 33 students from MSc Maths, 11 students from MSc Chemistry, 5 students from MSc Biotech, and 20 students from MBA, of which 956 girl students and 350 are male candidates. Once again, I invite you all cordially to the 16th graduation day of our college. Now, I invite the Chief Guest, Dr. Anil Joseph Pinto, to address the candidate. Sir.
Can you see me, sir? And am I audible? Okay. Yes. Good morning. Am I clearly audible? Can you hear me correctly? Okay. So in case if you cannot hear me, please unmute and tell me, or you can also call on my mobile phone to tell me in case the network breaks. Is that fine? Hello? It is not audible? Oh, okay. I will just try from another link, just a minute. Am I audible now? Can you hear me? Okay. Am I audible now, sir? Can you hear me? Am I audible, sir? All right. Okay. So let me begin. Just give me a minute. All right. Okay. Dr. Krishnamurthy, President A.S. Rajappan, Secretary Shri A.P. Selvarajan, faculty members, non-teaching staff, and proud graduating students. At the outset, I would like to thank all of you for inviting me. I thank the principal, S. Krishnaswamy, the Kaleshwari Trust members, management committee, the organizers of this event, Dinesh, my colleague, who invited me, and all the others. I would like to congratulate you, especially the principal and the trust members, for 20 years of building this institution. It's a great achievement. And I presume this is perhaps the 17th batch that is graduating today. It's a tremendous and commendable achievement. I thank the trust members, especially whoever the one person, I don't know who he is, was this one person who dreamt about this institution, proposed to other members, and started this institution. It's a great contribution to the community of Shivakashi, and of course, the entire world at large, because there's nothing greater than education that one can donate. Graduation is an event for the college and society. Society means the entire community of Shivakashi, all the people around the world, to congratulate the college students for having completed their studies and for graduating. This is a day, one last time, the principal, the faculty, the management will remind you to uphold the vision and core values of the institution. What is the vision of Sri Kalishwari College? The vision of the Kalishwari College is to create you, produce you, or make you very talented youth capable of developing the nation or the country or the society. And of course, I'm sure they have done their best. And I'm sure all the graduating students have done their best to ensure that you are highly talented. The college has told you about the core values of the institution. What are the core values? Your core values are to meet the problems and challenges in Shivakashi, that's regional level, in Tamil Nadu, entire country, and if you come from elsewhere in other countries. It is also to cope with the growing trend of technology, to build integral and human society, to care for ecology and nature. Ecology doesn't mean simply nature. Ecology means protect the diversity of the nature, not just have only because mango trees give a lot of mangoes, only plant mango trees. No, plant all kinds of trees, preserve all kinds of birds and animals. And of course, promote patriotism, integrity, national integrity, and ideal citizenship, which I think this country needs much more than any time in the past, because we are far more divided than any time in our last 65, 70 years of history. In line with while I remind you, and I join the management and principal in reminding you why the college was started, why they have given you education, and what they want you to do after they graduate, I would like to add a few points for you to remember all through your life on this earth. First is, it's important that, and that's why you have to reform society, and that's the vision of the college. You have to understand, value, of course, what your previous generations have done. The previous societies have created our society with a lot of value. There's a lot of good in it. But it does not mean that the society is perfect. There's plenty of scope to change. Change yourself, change your family, change your community, change your surroundings, change the places you work. There's always scope to change. But how do you change? The first thing to change is change yourself. Without identifying what are the areas to change, you cannot change the society or the place you work for or your family. So I will give you a few things that you need to reflect, and so that your journey of changing yourself and the society will continue till your last breath. First is, let me ask this question. In your house, who washes the plates? Does your mom wash your plates? Does your sister wash your plates? And if at all you have the privilege of having a domestic help, does he or she wash the plates? And let me tell you, if the answer is that it is not you, it's your mother, your sister, somebody else in the house washes the plates, your plate, I'm not saying everybody's plate, your plate, let me tell you, you cannot change the society. Because something that you have to do, which is so simple, if you are giving to somebody else and reducing their work, it's okay if you're paying for them. It's okay, you're the one who works and you're the one who studies and others don't work. That is not the logic. If somebody else is washing your plate and it's not you, there's only as much you can change the society. Who sweeps the house? Mother? sister. Or I'm not saying only this is only for the boys. I know that these days even girls don't wash their plates, don't sweep the houses. They leave it to their mothers. Mothers may be loving it. Mothers may like it. They may hate you washing your plates. They may feel hurt that you sweep your house. But my suggestion is no. If you can't do this work yourself, forget about changing the world. Forget about changing yourself, because you lack the basic important human value of self-reflection of you as a member of the family, member of the society. Who repairs the bulb in the house? The men repair the bulb in the house? In how many of your houses, your mother, or if you're a girl, you replace a bulb that is spoiled? And if you are not changing the bulb, and somebody elder or some man in the house changes the bulb, let me tell you, you cannot change the society. Because what you refuse to see is the way society has given the work a gender label. These works have been done by men, these have to be done by women. My suggestion is that work doesn't have a gender. All of us have to do all kinds of work. If anybody tells any woman, you cannot do this work, don't listen to them. All the work belongs to you. If any man thinks that this is women's job, sorry, work doesn't have a gender, it's everybody's work. This is what Gandhi taught us. This is what all great saints, social reformers have taught us. We don't have to go very far to learn from this. The second is, and this is also to do with the vision your college has for you, that you will transform the society. And as I said, in the beginning, I thanked AP Selvaraj, especially, and maybe there are others who were responsible for starting the institution. The greatest gift or contribution you can give to society or anybody is education. It's not food. It's not work. It's education. A proper education. Now, can you be one more person like your trust members to impart education? You don't have to start colleges or universities. It is great if you can. But you certainly can educate one more person in your neighborhood. One more person who cannot go to education, who doesn't have money to pay the fees. So my request to you is, all through your life, from the time you start earning, always think about sponsoring somebody's education. And I'll be very happy if this somebody is not your relative, not a member of your community, because that takes huge heart. Kalishwari College does not serve members of only one community. It serves everybody. You need to take the spirit ahead. Of course, if you can educate women, nothing like it, because many times women are less educated compared to men, because families think that investment on men is better. It will be great, but some person, education cannot be continued. Please ensure you are there, either yourself, with your friends, to support the education. I'm saying that please do this all through your life till the last breath. The reason is, in India, out of 100 students, out of 100 youngsters between the age of 18 and 24, only 25%, not 25, 26% are able to go to college. Of those of 100 students who finish high school or PUC, only 25 go to college. By 2040 also, 2040 also, this figure will not cross 40%, which means 60% of this country's youth cannot go to college. And we know that in a country where higher education is not high, crime rate is high. The percentage of students who go to college goes up, the crime rate goes down, the GDP goes up. So there's a direct correlation to the welfare of the society in terms of who goes to education. So you can be assured, if the figure is about 94% of these youngsters in Japan go to college. About 90+% students in South Korea go to college. In India, it is only 25%, which is very, very sad. Right? On this day, as you graduate, please consider yourself very, very privileged among the 25% of this country. You have to make a difference so that the remaining 75% who are unable to come to higher education are able to get higher education at some point in their life. So my second point, after having transformed yourself, transform the society by educating others. And the last, I come back to you, which is that don't stop learning. There's a very, very beautiful quote that I always love from Leonardo da Vinci. He said, learning is the only thing that the mind never exhausts, never fears, and never regrets. Nobody regrets learning. We may regret many things. We may regret watching too many films because now there's a lot of internet, nothing much to do in life. We may regret seeing too many films. We may regret, wasting time with friends. We regret many, many things. The so-called beautiful things in life we might regret. There's one thing we will not regret, and that is learning. So continue to learn. Please don't stop. I mean, it will be huge disservice to everybody if you stop learning today. Learn some new craft. I don't know if you know this. The government of Singapore puts 300 Singapore dollars in every citizen's account. Of course, Singapore is a small country, very wealthy country. They have a lot of money. But what is interesting is very few countries in the world do this. Singapore government puts 300 Singapore dollars in every person's account, citizen's account, to learn. They could be 80 years old. They still get 300. And if they exhaust the $300, they put another $300. You need to ensure that you put some money on learning yourself. It could be calligraphy. It could be some craft. It could be yoga. It could be dance. It could be something. But let there not be a day in your life you don't learn something new. Please invest in learning. And those who are graduating today, you're very few, as a 25%, not even 25%, less than that who graduate today in this year. So please go ahead, if possible, do your master's, do your PhD, or do something else you're always passionate. Maybe you always wanted to study engineering. If I didn't have money, you didn't have support. Please learn something in those lines. Maybe you want to study literature. Nobody allowed you to do that. Please go ahead and invest in that. Learn something. This is where my advice to the graduating student ends. I said, reflect on your family, yourself. See whether the work is gendered in the house. Is there some work that men do, women do? Ensure that you wash your plates from today onwards. If you're not washing, I'm not saying you wash everybody's plate in the house, but your plate till your last breath, and till you're able to always wash your plates. Give away this culture that servants have to clean our plates. No, we have to clean our plates. And of course, ensure that there are no work for men and women, all work everybody does. Sponsor somebody's education, continue your own learning. With this, I congratulate the principal, all the faculty members for bringing up the students to this level. It has taken a lot of effort, a lot of vision, a lot of hard work. I congratulate you on this day. Be proud of what you've done and continue to do better what is yet to come. I'm very impressed with what the Sri Kalishwari College Autonomous has done in 20 years. Very, very impressed. I thank all those visionary people who have supported and this venture called the Kalishwari College. And I really hope that very soon you'll become a degree awarding college and a full-fledged university. Your journey ahead is much longer, much hard, but I wish you well. I'm very sure if you've done this in 20 years, you can do a lot more amazing things in the years to come. I request all the graduating students to constantly support the college. Wherever you go, speak well of the institution, the wonderful things they have done to you. Thank you very much, the principal, the trustee members, for this opportunity. I'm very privileged and honored to be delivering this address. Thank you very much. Have a lovely day.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your moderated speech. Now, let the candidates be presented.
Now, Principal, I present unto you the candidates in person who have been certified by, after examination, to be duly qualified to receive the degrees of honorary Comrade University. I, Teresa Moore, BSc Biotechnology. M. Jagadishwari, MSc Biotechnology. M. Gayatri, BSc Botany. S. Brinda, BBA. M. Bhavani, BSc Chemistry. J. Ajit Kumar, MSc Chemistry. T. Nandini, BCom. S. Kausalya, BCom with Computer Applications. S. Nitya, MCom with Computer Applications. S. Shankar, MCom Finance. M. Selvarani, Bachelor Computer Applications. I. Jayaprabha, BSc Computer Science. S. Kavita, MSc Computer Science. J. Aruna Devi, BA English. J. Jacqueline Maria, MA English. B. Nishant Kiran Raj, BSc Tourism and Hotel Administration. R. Suganya, BSc Information Technology. B. Selvapriya, BSc Maths. R. Pemala, MSc Maths. K. Dhanalakshmi, BSc Physics. R. Vidya, BA Tamil. J. Jayantishwari, MA Tamil. Thank you, sir.
As principal, I present unto you the candidate in person in the Master of Business Administration who have been certified by after examination to be duly qualified to receive the degrees of Madurai Kamaraj University. K. Vanishri, University first rank.
Now, administration of the pledge. All the graduates, please stand. Now you have to repeat what I am saying. We, the graduates and the postgraduates, hereby pledge that we shall in thought and deed ever endeavor to be scrupulously honest in the discharge of our duties, and that in all circumstances shall uphold the dignity and integrity of our profession and the honor of our college and university, and that we shall uphold and advance social order and the well-being of our fellow members and shall devote all our energy to promote unity, integrity, and the secular ideals of our country. Now, as all the convocation procedures are completed, I dissolve the graduation ceremony. National anthem.
Jai Jai